In this video, I'm going to show you how I use Google Stitch to help me create a UI design for an iPhone app that I want to create. I used to spend a lot of time designing different UIs for my app, and it's very time consuming. In one of my previous videos, I used UX Pilot, but recently I've discovered Google Stitch and it's blowing my mind. So I'm going to show you the process of how I use it, from idea in your head all the way to coding it and making it happen. Before I dive into how to use Google Stitch, I'm going to explain my process today. I have an idea for an app, and instead of jumping straight into producing it, I'm going to use Google Stitch to create a wireframe or like a UI for the app. And once I'm happy with that, I import that UI into Google AI Studio to create not a fully functional app, but a clickable prototype just to see how the interactions work. And then when I'm ready, I actually code it out in Xcode. So that's the flow for today. Okay, first let me explain what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to design an iPhone app that helps me export my health data. And when I just vibe coded it, it's just giving me this really boring interface that's not exciting at all. So how do I create a UI that's compelling and make people want to download and pay for it? The next thing I need to do is not to go directly into Google Stitch and just type, I want to create an iPhone app and describe the features. This part is really important, and you have to make your prompt really good before you type it into Google Stitch. And how do you do that? Well, you can use any LLM like Gemini, and in this case, I'm using ChatGPT, and I'll show you what I've done. So here I have ChatGPT, and this is what I've written. I'm creating an iPhone app that complements my Mac app. The app needs to export Apple Health data from an iPhone and allow the user to airdrop it to their Mac application for analysis. It should allow the user to choose from XML, CSV, or JSON for export. Allow the user to choose how many days, months, years of data to export. Have a record of all the exports they've done. Allow the user to set a reminder and send a push notification for them to export their data on a regular interval. The last part is key. I'm planning to use Google Stitch. Can you ask me any clarifying questions and then help me generate a prompt for Google Stitch to generate the UI? So I'm asking the AI to help me generate the AI to use Google Stitch. Okay, and it's coming back and asked me a bunch of questions, and this is really important. Before you can have a great UI, the question is, before you have a great UI, you need to truly understand what you are actually trying to build. And that's actually harder than building the UI. So let me go ahead and answer all these questions. Okay, so it's asking me a bunch of questions like what's the scope, what's granularity, what are my reminder types? So I've answered all of it, and let's give it to ChatGPT. And let's see if it's going to ask me for more clarification before giving me a prompt. All right, and there you have it. I have a copy and paste prompt for Google Stitch. And you can see why I'm doing this, because this prompt is way better than a prompt that I could craft myself. So all I have to do is just copy the prompt. And now I go to Google Stitch. I copy and paste it. Depending on whether you want to do a mobile app or a web app, you can choose that. My one is a mobile app, so I'm going to choose app. And you can choose between experimental mode or standard mode. Standard is faster, but I have the time, so let's choose experimental. And if I wish, I could attach some visuals, but I don't have anything to share at the moment. So let's generate the design and let's see what it gives me. And here you have it. It's quite a comprehensive layout, and it's pretty impressive. Now I can come down here and I can say fit to screen, and you can see all of it. Okay, so now that I have all these screens, there's a lot of cool things I can do. I can adjust the theme, I can annotate, I can generate multiple options. So let's do a variation, right? Let's say I want to create a variation of this. Improve the time range selection UI. Okay, let's see what it does there. And voila, you get 5 different variations on the time range selection. I can have this little calendar view. I can have a thing that pops up. There can be a scroll bar. So pretty crazy stuff you can do here. And I can also change the color if I want. So let's say I want to go dark theme, apply dark theme, and let's see if it goes dark. Boom, we've got we've got dark theme. And you can press regenerate to regenerate it again, but this is looking really good. And let's see how I can turn this simple UI into a product that actually works. Okay, now that I have all the screens that I want, I'm happy with it. Instead of just coding right away, I want to create a clickable prototype. So I can get a feel of the navigation, because sometimes when you're just looking at the screen, you can't feel how it's actually going to interact. So let's build a prototype. We can come here and click download all, and it's going to download all the screens. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google AI Studio. So aistudio.google.com. I'm going to click build, and I'm going to drag and drop the screens I have in there. So here are all my screens, and then I'm just going to drag and drop the code.html of all the screens I have. So 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going to go back to ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, I've created the screens I've downloaded from Google Stitch. Now I want to import it to Google AI Studio to make a clickable prototype. Can you give me the prompt for Google AI Studio, assuming I've uploaded the designs? And it's given me a really cool prompt. So I'm just going to copy this prompt that I have here, explaining how it works. And I'm just going to copy and paste, and I'm going to press build. And it's basically going to work its magic and build a clickable prototype for me. And I'm going to click around and see how it works, because seeing is one thing, but actually clicking on it and going through it gives you more insight on whether it actually flows well or not. So let's check back in when it's done. Okay, and it's worked as magic, and you can see it's fully interactive. I can click, and it's got these tabs. I can click on history and click on settings, and this is looking pretty intuitive to me. It's looking good. And let's click some more. Let's see all time. So this is not quite working, so I needed to improve on this, but overall I'm quite pleased with the layout. This looks like a really good layout. So the next thing I'm going to do, which is the final step, is to code this into an app. So let me download this. Download app. Okay, so now that this is looking really good, I'm going to go and actually make this a real thing. So I already have an Xcode project set up. And if you don't know how to do that, you can check my other video, which I'll link to check out how you can code iOS or Mac app. But assuming you've set this up, I'm going to use another tool now. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. So I'm going to say the clickable prototype looks good. I'm going to upload this Google Stitch design to Claude Code. Can you give me the prompt to implement this? And it's going to come back with something. Okay, next thing I need to do is basically copy the entire prompt. Okay, so earlier I couldn't copy and paste it, so I've asked it to give it a format. I can just click copy. For me, I'm using Claude Code, and so you have to learn how to use Claude Code. If you don't know how, you can check my other video. But you can use you can use OPEX, you can use Cursor, you could use whatever you want. The process is the same. So all I'm doing is copying the code that I had earlier, paste, and then let's see what it does. And I suspect this will take a while, so let's check back when it's worked as magic. Okay, and it's done. So I'm gonna open the simulator and let's see. Now, it's definitely implemented, but it hasn't completely followed the UI guideline that I have, but at least I have something working. So I need to go back to my Claude Code and fix a bunch of stuff. But that's the entire flow. That's how you would go from an idea to creating some UI diagrams to creating a clickable prototype to actually making the product. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy using Google Stitch. If you want to learn more about AI, join my AI community. You can find it in the description. See you in my community.